Welcome to another video with new stories from Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia. Firstly, Somalia. Villa Somalia today retracted its earlier statement about the issues discussed in Al-Sisi Hassan Sheikh meeting. Last week, Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh visited Egypt. Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, in joint press briefing with Hassan Sheikh in Cairo, said last week that Ethiopian Dam GERD came under discussion and the two countries agreed that the issue should be resolved through dialogue. Unilateral action should be avoided, but after that we saw a denial from Villa Somalia spokesperson Abdi Karim Ali Kar. But today, Villa Somalia retracted its earlier statement. Secondly, a new story from Ethiopia-Somalia border. Ethiopian Air Force on Saturday conducted airstrikes on Al-Shabaab positions in Somalia, in Bakul region of Somalia. Question is Al-Shabaab planning to enter Ethiopia? Because large-scale mobilization of Al-Shabaab fighters has been reported along Ethiopian border. We know that Al-Shabaab entered Ethiopia a few days ago. Is another incursion in the making? Thirdly, we have a new story about an Amhara activist. More than 10 days ago, some Amhara activists went on hunger strike in London. For around 10 days, they remained on hunger strike, and one of these activists was admitted to a hospital in London. Fourthly, a new story about Eritrean refugees. Their camps in the Amhara region have been flooded with water due to heavy rains. And lastly, we have a new story from the US. An Oromo International NGO, OSA, Oromo Studies Association, is organizing two-day conference about issues related to Oromo community, especially in Ethiopia. Bekele Garba has been seen attending this conference. I have not seen Jawar so far at this conference session, two-day conference. I contacted Jawar. I have not received any reply from him. But rumors are being spread. What are the rumors? This is the first time that we are seeing that only Bekele Garba is attending a program in the US. In all previous programs in the US, both Jawar and Bekele Garba attending the programs together. For the first time, only Bekele Garba has been seen. What is this program about? Where is Jawar? Was he invited or not? Several questions. Firstly, Somalia viewers. Last week, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Somalia's president, elected in May, visited Egypt. It was his 7th visit abroad. And there he held meetings with Egyptian President Abdul al-Sisi. He was accompanied by Somalia's defense minister and intelligence chief as well. In Cairo, after their meeting, Abdul Fattah al-Sisi and Hassan Sheikh held a joint press briefing. In that press briefing, al-Sisi said that in their meeting Hassan Sheikh-Sisi meeting, GERD, Ethiopian Dam, came under discussion, and the two presidents agreed that no unilateral action should be taken. Filling and operation of the dam should be conducted with agreement. Hassan Sheikh did not say a word about Ethiopian Dam in that talk. Then Hassan Sheikh returned to Somalia, and Villa Somalia spokesperson Abdi Karim Ali Kar held a press briefing for journalists. In that press briefing, Abdi Karim denied any discussion on GERD. He said that Hassan Sheikh and Sisi did not discuss GERD. But today, Villa Somalia issued a correction. Villa Somalia is retracting its earlier statement. Villa Somalia says that GERD did come under discussion. Ethiopian Dam was discussed by Somalia's and Egyptian presidents. And Villa Somalia spokesperson apologized today for earlier miscommunication. He said, I apologize. In their discussion between Sisi and Hassan Sheikh, in their discussions, both presidents principally held that all disputes in the region should be resolved peacefully and collectively. GERD was discussed too. So Somalia, it seems, came under pressure from Egypt, and that is why Somalia's government is now changing its position. Somalia 2 days ago said that it was neutral in the conflict between Ethiopia and Egypt. Now it says that the issue should be resolved peacefully. It seems that Egyptian authorities put pressure upon Villa Somalia. That is why this new statement was released. Secondly, we have a new story from Ethiopia-Somalia border, where Ethiopian Air Force conducted airstrikes today. We know that Al-Shabaab has carried out several attacks on Ethiopian territories in the past 1 week or so. Al-Shabaab launched an attack on Ethiopian forces in Yeed and Ato, 2 towns in Bakul region of Somalia, on Ethiopia-Somalia border. Then after that, Al-Shabaab fighters entered Ethiopia, Somali region of Ethiopia, in Afdir, in Shabelle. There was heavy fighting between Al-Shabaab fighters and Ethiopian Special Force of Somali region and Ethiopian National Defense Force. Al-Shabaab suffered losses, it retreated. Then once again, Al-Shabaab yesterday launched an attack on Ato town, where there is deployment of Ethiopian Somali region's special force. And yesterday we know that the Ethiopian government claimed that 3 Al-Shabaab commanders had been killed in the fighting in Ato. And today, then, Ethiopian Air Force conducted airstrikes in Somalia, in Bakul zone, Bakul region of Somalia, which is in southwest state of Somalia. It shares border with Ethiopian Somali region. And here in a village called Grasveyene, 40 kilometers away, situated to the north of Hudar, 40 kilometers away from Hudar. Hudar is the main city in Bakul region. Here airstrikes have been conducted. Some civilian casualties are being reported. Ethiopian National Defense Force says that the airstrikes targeted Al-Shabaab camps and Al-Shabaab logistic camps and ammunition camps have been targeted. No word from Al-Shabaab so far. But after yesterday's fighting in Ato town on Ethiopia-Somalia border, reportedly Al-Shabaab has been sending reinforcements to Ethiopian border in Bakul region. Reportedly in the last 24 hours or so, hundreds of Al-Shabaab fighters have been seen heading to border areas. So either Al-Shabaab is planning another incursion into Ethiopia, or this deployment by Al-Shabaab is defensive, because Somalian Special Force of Ethiopia, ENDF, could launch further attacks deep into Somalia against Al-Shabaab. That is why Al-Shabaab reinforcements have been seen arriving in Bakul region of Somalia. Airstrikes have been confirmed today. Airstrikes or drone strikes. Al-Shabaab has been facing airstrikes, drone strikes for years. We know that US has been conducted drone strikes, airstrikes on Al-Shabaab positions for years. Two have been conducted the past few days, one in Jubaland and the other, I think, was in Shabelle, I think. So, airstrikes are not something new for Al-Shabaab. They know how to counter airstrikes, and they have been countering airstrikes for years. Question is Al-Shabaab planning another incursion into Ethiopia or not? And were 3 Al-Shabaab commanders killed in Ato yesterday or not? Al-Shabaab denied yesterday the death of Fuad Shankole and Abdul Aziz Abu Musab. Abdul Aziz, in fact, was interviewed by a pro-Shabaab radio station. But today, Ethiopian National Defense Force, in a fresh statement, reiterated its position that Fuad Shankole has been killed, that Abdul Aziz Abu Musab has been killed as well. Just 8 hours ago, Ethiopian National Defense Force released a new statement, once again claiming the death of Fuad Shankole and Abdul Aziz Ali Musab, and third one, Ubaida Noor Isa, but no evidence shared by Ethiopian National Defense Force so far. Overall, situation on Ethiopia-Somalia border is very volatile. Al-Shabaab is now emerging as a threat to Ethiopia. For years, Ethiopia managed to protect itself from Al-Shabaab by keeping Al-Shabaab at a distance. But now Al-Shabaab is right on border. It's entering Ethiopian territories. We'll update you in coming videos about Al-Shabaab's new moves regarding incursion into Ethiopia or not. Thirdly, we have a new story about a hunger strike started by some Amhara activists around 10 days ago. In London, on Downing Street, Amhara activists went on hunger strike against the killings of ethnic Amharas in Ethiopia. In recent weeks, we have seen that hundreds of ethnic Amharas have been killed, especially in Wellega, Oromia, and across Europe, in the US. Ethiopians, mostly ethnic Amharas, they have held rallies, demonstrations, and in London, some activists went on hunger strike. One of the main activists is Judith Gideon. She is chairperson of Stop Amhara Genocide NGO. So they were on hunger strike for around 10 days. They received emergency medical help as well. Today, Judith Gideon was reportedly admitted to hospital. You can see her picture on your screen. She is Judith Gideon, Amhara activist. She remained on hunger strike for around 10 days. And Saturday was the 11th day of her hunger strike. On the 11th day, she was taken to a hospital where she is receiving medical treatment. Fourthly, viewers, Eritrean refugees in Ethiopia have gone through a lot. Suffering follows them wherever they go. They were in Tigray, around 90,000 before the start of Tigray conflict. 4 refugee camps, Mayani, Edi Harish, Hidset, Shemalba. The refugee camps were attacked by all parties to Tigray conflict. Hundreds killed, thousands displaced, hundreds still missing. They were relocated to Afar and Amhara regions. But wherever they go, suffering follows. Their camps in Amhara region of Ethiopia have been flooded with water, showing the plight of these refugees. We have a video. These Eritrean refugees must not be neglected. We try to share the problems faced by the people of Tigray, people of Oromia, people of Afar, people of Amhara as well, Ethiopians. But Eritreans in Ethiopia should not be neglected as well. These Eritreans fled Eritrea because of problems there. They say they faced persecution there or for economic reasons. They fled Eritrea. So Eritrea is not going to own them. Who is going to own them? If Ethiopia does not own them, who is going to own them? Yes, aid agencies, refugee organizations are working. But it's the responsibility of Ethiopians and Ethiopian government as well to ensure that these Eritreans receive all the necessary things that they need to make both ends meet. Watch this video showing the plight of Eritrean refugees in Alim Watch camp, which is in Amhara region of Ethiopia. Lastly, we have a new story from the US for you about a conference of OSA. OSA is Oromo Studies Association, an NGO based in the US working to promote Oromo interests. It offers scholarships as well, and it organizes seminars, conferences about issues related to Oromi and Oromos. Jawar and Bakle Garba are in the US these days, and there's in Washington, I think, OSA's annual conference is underway. Bakle Garba has been seen attending this conference. You can see a picture showing Bakle Garba. He is attending OSA's annual conference. Where is Jawar? We know that at most of programs, sessions, conferences, diaspora events held in the US in recent days, Jawar and Bakle Garba have been seen together. So today Jawar is there attending this conference, a two-day conference. Bakle Garba is there, but Jawar is nowhere to be seen. Was Jawar invited or not? If he was not invited, what is the reason? If he was invited, why didn't he come? I contacted Jawar. He has not replied so far. I wanted to be aware of his position about this conference. Why didn't he attend the conference? Maybe tomorrow on a Sunday he could attend, but so far what we have confirmed is that he has not been seen at this conference of Oromo Studies Association. Meanwhile, speculations are being shared. It is being claimed that Oromo Studies Association, OSA officials, members see Jawar as close to Prosperity Party. Some of his recent statements have not gone well with OSA and with some Oromos. That is why he has not been invited to attend OSA's annual conference. But all these claims are speculations. We are waiting for Jawar's position. What is he saying? Will he say anything about this conference? Tomorrow he might attend. If he replies, then we'll update you. Or if OSA releases a statement why Jawar isn't there, then we'll update you. But this is the first time that at a conference in the US, only Bakle Garba is being seen. Jawar is missing. Thanks for watching.